Imagine one day you walk into a store, not looking for anything in particular, just browsing. Then you see it, the thing you didn't know you wanted until right now. You pick it up, check the price tag, and your stomach drops a little. It's more than you planned to spend. If you're interested in watching this kind of video, financial breakdowns, business videos like this, then like and subscribe to the channel before we start the story. Now, back to the store. Your hand is already moving to put it back on the shelf. And that's the exact moment the store has been waiting for. Because right next to the price tag, 4 words are printed in small, friendly letters. Buy now, pay later. You don't need the full amount today. You take it home now, you pay in pieces later. So you say yes. The store makes the sale, you walk out with the product, everyone smiles. But here's the question almost nobody asks in that moment. If you're not paying the full price today, who is actually making money off this transaction, and how much? Because 2 businesses just profited from your one purchase, the store, and a company you've never even met. Stay with me, because by the end of it, you'll understand exactly where both of their profits come from, how much you actually pay, and how much this entire industry earns every single day. This tiny 4-word button has become one of the biggest business models in the world. Let's start with the store, because their profit is the easier one to understand, but almost nobody thinks about it correctly. A store doesn't make money by offering you buy now, pay later. It makes money because offering it changes your behavior. Here's the real mechanism. Without BNPL, a customer looking at a $500 product often hesitates and walks away. That's a lost sale, 0 profit, 0 revenue. With BNPL, that same customer sees 4 payments of $125 instead of $500, and the purchase suddenly feels achievable. Multiple studies from payment companies themselves show conversion rates, meaning the percentage of browsers who actually buy, go up noticeably when BNPL is offered at checkout. Some retailers report their average order value increasing too, because customers add extra items when the payment feels split up. So the store's profit isn't coming from the payment plan itself, it's coming from sales that would never have happened without it, plus customers spending more per visit than they originally intended. That's profit source number 1, and it belongs entirely to the store. Now, here's where it gets interesting, because the store pays a price for that extra business. When a customer chooses BNPL, the BNPL company pays the store the full amount almost immediately, often within a day or 2, and then takes on the job of collecting the money from you in installments. For handing over that instant guaranteed payment and taking on all the risk of you not paying, the BNPL company charges the merchant a fee. This fee typically runs somewhere between 2 and 8% of the transaction, depending on the provider, the country, and the deal negotiated. So on that $500 product, if the fee is 3%, the store pays $15 to the BNPL company. The store still profits because that $15 cost is smaller than the sale they would have lost entirely without offering the option. That's the trade the store makes. Give up a small slice of the sale and guarantee that the sale happens at all. Now, let's flip to the other side of the counter, the BNPL company. This is where most people get completely lost because on the surface, $15 looks like nothing, and on one transaction, it is nothing. But this business was never built to make money from one purchase. It was built to make a tiny amount from an enormous number of purchases happening at the same time every day. Run that $15 fee across 1,000 similar transactions, $15,000. Across 100,000 transactions, $1.5 million.
Now stretch that across millions of customers, buying from hundreds of thousands of stores every day across dozens of countries, and that tiny fee attached to one product becomes a financial engine running at a scale most people never picture. And this isn't hypothetical. Let's actually look at the real numbers. Klarna, one of the biggest names in this industry, reported around $2.8 billion in revenue in a single year. Now, break that down. $2.8 billion a year means this one company alone is pulling in something close to $7.6 million every single day. Not a typo, every single day. That works out to roughly $230 million every month from small fees on small purchases made by ordinary people just like you, buying things they'd have bought anyway or almost walked away from. And Klarna is just one player. The wider global BNPL industry moved somewhere around $560 billion in total purchases in 2025 alone, generating industry-wide provider revenue estimated between $28 and $54 billion across the entire year. That's the scale. Millions of $15 moments stacked on top of each other every hour, every day, every month, adding up into one of the fastest-growing industries in the world. That's how much this machine earns, but earning and profiting are two completely different things, and the real story of where that money actually goes and what it costs you if you're not careful is what we're breaking down next.
We saw how the store profits from buy now, pay later, and how the BNPL company behind it is quietly pulling in millions of dollars every single day just from small transaction fees. Now let's find out where that money actually goes and how much of it becomes real profit. Merchant fees are only one piece of how these companies profit. There are actually several layers working together. The first, as we just covered, is the merchant fee, paid by the store, not you. The second is late fees. If a customer misses an installment, most BNPL providers charge a penalty fee, and across millions of users, even a small percentage missing payments adds up into a steady, consistent income stream. The third is interest, and this is important. Most short 4-payment plans are genuinely interest-free, but for longer repayment plans, stretching beyond a few months, providers commonly charge interest, often somewhere between 15% and 24% annually, which starts to look a lot more like a traditional loan. The fourth is card and interchange partnerships. Some BNPL companies issue virtual cards or partner with banks, earning a small cut every time that card is swiped elsewhere. And the fifth, growing fast, is data. These companies see exactly what millions of people buy, how often, and how they repay. And that data gets used to build new financial products, cross-sell insurance, or partner with banks, creating yet another revenue layer sitting quietly behind the scenes. Now here's the part you're probably actually wondering. Where's your money in all of this? If you pay every installment exactly on time on a standard 4-payment plan, you genuinely pay zero extra. That part is real. The store paid the fee, not you. But the moment you miss even one payment, everything flips. Late fees can range from a flat few dollars to a percentage of what you still owe. And if you switch to a longer plan, 6 months, 12 months, that 15 to 24% annual interest kicks in, and suddenly this free payment option starts costing you almost as much as a credit card would. So here's the honest truth. For a disciplined payer, BNPL really is free money on the table. For someone who slips even once, it quietly turns into one of the most expensive ways to shop. Now here's the twist most explanations of this industry leave out completely. Revenue is not profit. That $15 fee and every fee like it doesn't go straight into anyone's pocket.
The BNPL company has to fund your purchase before it collects a single rupee or dollar back from you, meaning it needs its own capital or credit lines just to pay merchants up front millions of times a day. It has to run technology, fraud detection, customer support, and most critically, it has to absorb the customers who simply don't pay back as expected, missed payments, defaults, write-offs. That's called credit loss, and in this industry, it never fully goes away. So out of every fee collected, a portion covers operating costs, a portion gets set aside to absorb the customers who won't fully repay, and only what's left after all of that becomes real profit. This is exactly why a company can move over $100 billion through its network in a single year and still operate on a razor-thin margin. The business was never simply lend money, collect interest. It's something quieter and in some ways smarter than that, because for most of these companies, the vast majority of transactions carry no interest at all. Klarna, for example, reported that 97% of its 2025 transactions were completely interest-free, which means almost none of their core profit is coming from charging you interest. It's coming from volume, fees, and the sheer number of times this cycle repeats. And that's really the whole secret sitting behind this business. The store profits because more people say yes to buying. The BNPL company profits because it sits in the middle of that yes, collecting a small fee, a small penalty, a small interest charge, a small data advantage, spread across millions of transactions happening at the exact same time. Neither side needs to make a fortune from you individually. They just need the moment to repeat endlessly at checkout after checkout, store after store, day after day, forever. More customers bring more merchants give customers more places to use it, more transactions create more revenue, and more revenue makes the entire network more valuable, pulling in even more customers. That loop is the real business, not the 4 words on the button. So the next time you see Buy Now, Pay Later at checkout, you'll know exactly what's happening behind it. The store isn't giving you a favor, it's buying your yes with a small percentage of the sale. The company processing your payment isn't just being convenient, it's collecting a small piece of profit from 5 different directions, betting that millions of people like you will keep tapping that button again and again, every day, every month, every year, forever. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe the channel. Every week we upload videos about business, economics, and credit cards. Thank you, and see you in the next video.